Hello everyone and welcome back to QuickSaveTV. Today we're being... Okay, I'm gonna put it straight. The patch did not apply properly and the save game did not get changed as much as I would like it to be. Now basically, instead of having 50 enemies in Meduna, the capital of Arulco, I have much less enemies, and I thought, you know, since I have across the board less enemies in all the sectors, the playthrough will not be as exciting. So I apologize in front of all of you, but I'm gonna go ahead and start the playthrough from all over, basically, in order for all the changes of the patch to apply. Okay? Now, basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and follow the same setup, and yeah, I mean, that's about it. There's nothing else to say. But we're gonna hire, instead of MD, to be fair, to keep a little bit of change in our setup, I'll hire, instead of MD, as the Spider and Fox are as valuable as valuable solutions. We're gonna go ahead and select Fox this time, because Fox also works very well with Wolf, and let's see how it's gonna work out for us. How it's gonna work out for us. Buddy?
Hello, we have reached
simultaneous agreement. Count me as part of your team. Can we hire Fox right now? Is that an option? No, we do not have $600. That's horrible. Fine, let's go ahead and jump into the mission. This is actually take two of take two of the whole playthrough, because the phone, the blasted phone, will just not stop ringing. And I had like 8 rings during 8 minutes of recording. I thought, Jesus Christ, that would be a pain in the ass to listen to. So anyway, let's go ahead and start. Now, yeah, to keep it interesting for any of you who watched the playthrough already, from part 1 to part 5, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about different things, alright? Because, you know, it is just no other way. You're just gonna die out of boredom. Now, what to talk about? So here we go with Wolf and Buddy, starting in the same city, the airport of Drassen. Now, we're gonna be a bit careful, just a bit, not too much. Don't wanna do it too carefully.
awaiting orders.
That would be too frustrating.
Copy that.
Okay.
Awaiting orders.
Now, following the same logic, the Wolf is horribly disbalanced character. Let's go ahead and use Buddy to plant the explosives in a not particularly useful place in the level. On the level, yeah. So planting explosives, for any who didn't know, is absolutely, it's unbelievably great way to gain experience, because you plant it, you explode it, and you don't necessarily need this explosion, but you provide additional moving points anytime later when you will need to fight for this sector in case the enemy takes it away from you.
I be ready.
Got it. I knew they'd show up sooner or later. Roger that.
Oh, that was the last mistake you'll ever make in your life.
Roger that. Consider it done. Consider it done. Enemy! Got it. Consider it done. Consider it done.
What was that?
Taking fuck and make this. Consider it done. Gotcha. Ah.
Alright. Such a bull. Just look at that. Taking on 2 of them. Like none of your business. Now let's go ahead and equip the bandages and restore some of these hit points we were losing during this fight. Such a powerful character. Now, again, I have to talk about the same thing over again, but it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it. As I play the game, again, right now, like, from the beginning point, excuse me, I just realized
Awaiting orders.
that the Wolf is one of the most disbalanced characters in the game. So if you start with him, it might seem hard to start with this character because he's not particularly super powerful in the beginning. He's just reasonably good in things such as, what is he good in? Mechanical. He's very good at mechanic. Reasonably good, okay. Not professional mechanic, but very accessible in the beginning of the game, and he's willing to join you, although you're not an experienced commander. Now, he's also reasonably good in fighting from different weaponry, but what's his real talent is that if you can put up with him not being able to be too useful in the beginning of the game, although he doesn't have high marksmanship skill, he has these 2 very powerful traits, shotguns expert and gunslinger. Now, shotguns are shotgun is the most devastating weapon in Jagged Alliance when it comes to close range. However, shotguns have several serious drawbacks.
Consider it
Now,
done.
first and foremost serious drawbacks is that they are very, very slow on actually firing from shotguns, right? It takes bloody a lot of time
Fire. I'm on it.
to fire from shotgun.
Consider it done.
Run away.
Got it.
Oh! Gotta run away. Fine. It takes a lot of time to fire from shotgun, and because of that, shotgun often becomes a hindering factor instead of being a weapon of choice for many a situation. Now, basically, how to compensate for that? Well, you could give it to a better marksman, right? That's one of the solutions. Or you could give it to Wolf as a professional shotgunner. And shotguns are particularly useful in this game when you fire from the hip. Now, firing from the hip is another story. It's very difficult to fire from the hip and actually hit the target. But for a Wolf, it's not a big deal when he does that because of his gunslinger perk. He can do it more effectively. I'm advertising him and he makes this, you know, horrible misses, but fine.
I'm on it.
He'll get back into form, into his shape. Let's go ahead and try it again. Hop! Let's go ahead and try it again.
Roger that.
So because of his skills,
Enemy.
gunslinger and shotgun expert, he becomes unbelievably good in this storming close quarters and everything because of this abilities of his. And they are, unlike the marksmanship skills and everything which can be obtained, they are traits, they are specific, they cannot be leveled up and they cannot be obtained otherwise, which means he's the only character in the entire game
Waiting orders.
who has such a powerful combination of such powerful skills, close to this balance in my opinion.
Roger that.
Okay, I didn't see the whole game, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's
I
this
hear
balance,
something here.
don't use both. But I'm gonna say he's very damn effective.
Waiting orders.
So now, let's go ahead and
Roger
see
that.
what we can do
Got
here.
it. Copy that.
He's particularly good at rushing with shotgun because of the spread of the shotgun
Got it.
compared to other weapons. It's gigantic
I hear
spread.
ya.
So basically, even if you hit close to the target, suddenly you hit the target quite a lot.
I'm
And
on
because of that, it's not necessary for
I
you
knew they'd
as a
show up
shotgunner
sooner
to
or
hit the
later.
target
Consider it
specifically
done.
what it is.
Consider
You
it
can
done.
just shoot close enough for it,
On
so
my
it's
way.
not so important to get a precise hit on the target, and we should take body really close right now,
Ready to move out.
immediately. Let's try to go ahead
On
and
my way.
pummel these
I
enemies
knew
down.
they'd show up sooner or can't make the shot.
That's not a good
I
idea.
hear ya.
Ready.
I really should stop relying on one mercenary so much and stop using more of them.
I hear ya.
Enjoy killing.
That's horrible, for the love of Christ. Fine, let me just go ahead and restart it. How embarrassing. And all of this because I want to solo the whole damn map. Commandos much? Yes, it is Commandos much, where you could use green beret to clean the whole goddamn map with a knife. That was the game. That's what you should grow up on. Playing Commandos, and then Commandos 2 behind enemy lines, and then Commandos 3. Well, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't too good either. So play Commandos 2 and Commandos 1 instead.
Yeah.
What a beautiful
Copy
game.
that.
Such a game forces you to bloody think
Yeah.
so much,
Got
so much
something here.
thinking, put into every level,
Got it.
just to make the
Copy
most
that.
effective strategies, to make the most effective approaches.
Moving.
Very, very, very
On my
difficult
way.
game, but very
Ready to move
rewarding
out.
and satisfying.
Let's
That's how I felt. And as a kid, I remember I was like 8 and I was playing Commandos behind enemy lines. Wow,
Copy that.
difficult. Oh, was it scary, difficult.
What did I hear?
Holy shit! I don't really think I beat it further than the 4th level, when there was a
I'm on it.
gigantic
I'm on it.
German building, right? And I beat the
Yes.
dam, I
Yes.
remember, and I spent
Ready to
so
move
much
out.
time on the dam. And when I could master the
Consider it
dam,
done.
without quick loading, quick
Yes.
saving all the time, I was so
Let's
proud.
yes.
I was like, yeah, I'm the goddamn
that.
king of this
Let's
entire
get
game. Yes. I mastered the 3rd level out of 20.
Ready.
Yes, what a proficiency level.
Enemy.
Bravo
Wow.
is here.
Real
Got it.
Commandos. Very difficult game. So anyway, if you didn't play it right now. Right
Yeah.
now. minimize this playthrough and just play the game.
Copy that.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see
I
what we
have
can do
no- I
here.
have no clear shot from here.
On my. They are here.
Awaiting
Yeah,
orders.
Mike, that's great. Just get down from this enemy. Just die right now from this enemy. You will be branded officially pathetic player and Jagged Alliance back in action. Mike, put the wolf out.
Consider it done.
Mike.
My way.
Use cover, Mike. Yes, clicking without using Plan&Go system. How professional! Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, using some
That's
medkit.
wrapped up.
Good. Okay. Okay, I still have some ammunition for my shotgun,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Okay.
Yes. Moving. Moving.
Let's get it.
Enemy.
On my way.
Kill confirmed. Igen. Got it.
if I can tie down this enemy
On
with
my way.
combat right now
I'm on it.
against
Waiting orders.
Barry, I will be able to use Wolf to go
On
behind
my
him.
way.
Whoop! What a surprise. Is
I'm
it
on
not?
Consider it done.
You're going to die.
Forces are fighting.
Yes! Alright. Wow, that was dangerous.
Ready to move out.
Listening. I'm on it.
This country is dangerous!
Copy that.
Now, what do we have
Ready
here?
to
Some more
move out.
money and some jeans, because jeans are good. Now, fine. What we really need is some
Yeah.
hit health points.
Copy
Health
that.
points. What am I saying? I need something to
move
heal
out.
myself
Yeah.
with. Anything will help. And I think here there's some stuff.
Ready to move
Yes, it
out.
still is here. That's great.
Copy
Now
that.
let's go ahead and
Ready.
heal ourselves a little bit.
Got it. Yes.
There's nothing
on
here?
My way.
Nothing, nothing, nothing?
On my way.
Like not a
Right,
thing?
Wrapped up.
Listening.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's nothing.
I hear you.
Listening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm?
Well, it's not so bad.
That's
At least we
wrapped
got some, you know,
up. Yeah.
at least we got some additional
On
healing.
my
This will
way.
allow us to
I
last
hear you.
a bit longer against the
Yes.
enemy
Waiting
forces.
orders. Copy that.
What I hate a lot about this build I'm using, so basically Body Wolf, is that I don't have enough
Ready to
money
move
to
out.
hire anybody else. And although
I
Wolf
hear
is
ya.
very, very efficient soldier and a good technician, okay, and he has, you know, every possibility to become a very, very good
Copy
technician. The problem with the setup
my
is
way.
that you don't actually have a full-scale, full-job medic. Because of that, you're really restricted in what medicine you can use. That makes it a lot harder, and you're really not benefited from getting hit at all. Whereas normally when you have a full squad equipped, basically you have a medic, you have a technician, you have explosive specialist, and you have, let's say, sniper or a very powerful marksman. Anyway,
Consider it done.
the idea is that
Consider it
you
done.
will be able to have all these things, right? And every hit you score, the enemy scores on you, actually benefits you much more than you actually lose from it. Because now you can restore these lost hit points,
Yeah.
which enemy inflict damage, whichever the enemy inflict damage on you, you will not only be able to restore these hit
I
points,
hear ya.
but also
What's
ripe
this?
the experience points from
Yeah.
it. Now, when you think
Something
about getting hit this way, suddenly getting hit becomes really beneficial,
on it.
and the more you get hit, the
I
more
hear ya.
experience you get, and then you're like, oh my god, just hit me more!
Waiting
Yes.
orders.
Yeah, so anyway,
Awaiting orders.
so that's the point.
Yes.
That's the way to think about injuries.
Got it.
What a good opportunity to learn. You're bleeding, don't
Consider
worry,
it
I need some
I hear
experience.
ya.
I'm gonna
Awaiting
heal you
orders.
up right
Roger
now.
that.
Let's go ahead and try to get this enemy down. Now, I have read the manual,
Enemy.
and speaking from this, I'm gonna say something. The position of your mercenary, when you're fighting a weapon heavily influences the accuracy from the weapon. When you are lying down,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're fighting much more accurately than if you would
Roger
be
that.
standing
Yes.
in a running position. And although standing
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
prepared mode, basically when you
Got it.
walk in with your
Ready.
hand up,
On my way.
Ready to
with your
move
hands
out.
up, with your handgun basically prepared at the ready,
Have
is,
company.
you know, okay.
I'm on it.
It's not necessarily the
On
best
my
decision.
way.
Right now, look what the enemy does.
Ready to
She
move out.
uses the...
Copy that.
She's firing at us from the hip, but at such distance, it's very, the chances that she's gonna hit is very minuscule. Now she switches to the less
I knew they'd
speedy
show up
movement
sooner or
position
later.
and tries to approach us. Again, look, it's very hard for her to hit us, and we're actually engaging the enemy right now beyond the effective range of our weapon. I'm just not really interested in closing up with Desert Eagle.
I
It's
hear
just
ya.
the last thing
Yeah.
you want to do. It's
Yeah.
very, very powerful weapon when you have to engage in close combat, and it deals tremendous amount of damage. It's just the last thing you want to go against. Now, if I would have a shotgun, suddenly everything would change, but now,
That's all.
with this Desert Eagle
Doesn't
against
look
us,
like
Gun is empty.
oh, we'd rather take it from really, really far. really far
Yeah.
away.
I hear you.
Now, we were unlucky enough to get a drop of the same weapon
Ah, look
I
there.
hear ya.
3 times in a row. That was horrible. But fine, I'll have to live with that. If we get the Desert Eagle, yes, we got it!
I'm on it.
Now, Mr. Wolf, our professional technician, will go ahead and repair all this weapon that we just found. Right now, we're gonna equip him with a toolkit and try to go ahead and
On my way.
repair this stuff, this equipment. Because basically right now for us, the most important thing is to get some additional
That's
experience
wrapped
from this
up.
equipment, right?
I
And
hear ya.
then, as soon as we can, hire the Fox so she can get to the country faster, the fastest possible way, so we don't delay any further. Now, once this is done, we can continue on our adventure in Arulco. Now you can see it's a bit hard for him to repair now as he's not too skillful.
Yes.
Awaiting orders.
That's unbelievable. This is not very
That's
skillful at all.
wrapped up.
Well, fine.
Got it.
Yes.
Fine, let's go ahead and
Yeah.
fix it
Listening.
too.
Let's
Fine,
get
should
him.
be okay. Now that we have at least additional
That's
different
wrapped
weaponry,
up.
we
I hear
don't
ya.
have to split because there's no effective splitting in the game,
Yes,
first
let's
and
get
foremost. But also, we don't really have to split the weaponry
ya.
between our characters as, you know what I mean. Like, we don't have the same caliber. This one uses .38, another one uses .357. Because of this, we can easily divide this
On
weaponry
my way.
between our characters, and we're not gonna have this terrible conflicts like, oh, you know what, you have the gun,
Let's get him.
right? But
Yeah.
the ammunition for this gun we don't have.
Copy
Now we
that.
will be able to have the maximum available
Copy that.
ammunition
Roger
from what we
that.
can yield. Okay, that's great. From what we find
that.
Waiting
from
orders.
our enemies, we will be able to use all of
Yeah.
it. That's great.
Yes.
That's great. Let's go ahead to talk to Pablo Greco and see what he has to
On
say.
my
How
way.
is that now? What is that? Now suddenly I can pick it up. Before I couldn't. Why
I'm
not?
on it. Moving.
Where's logic? C4 with timer. I want to pick up
Yes.
C4 with timer. Mr. Barry.
I'm on it.
Annoying Hungarian bastard. Okay, I don't have anything against Hungarians, don't get me wrong. It's
I'm
just
on it.
that he doesn't want to pick up the C4. Now, fine. Speaking of C4, let's go ahead and plant a mine somewhere.
Yes. Chamber of gun
Waiting
is
orders.
Nothing
empty.
useful here. Reload.
Moving.
Let's
Chamber
get
of gun is empty.
I hear you.
We'll probably need to go
Hey,
ahead and
yeah.
buy some additional ammunition.
I think it is the sounds of the stones are.
It's not a
Consider it done.
problem.
I'm
Yes.
on it.
It's
Copy
not a
that.
problem. But
Copy.
again, we need to scramble enough of finances to hire Fox
Copy that.
so she
Got
gets as soon
something
as
here.
possible here.
Got
You
it.
know. So let's go ahead
I'm
and
on
see
it.
what we can do. Let's go ahead and
I
see
hear
what we
ya.
can do here. Batteries. Leave the batteries.
it.
Yes, yes, they cost $10.
Copy
Yes,
that.
I know, but you know what? Screw that.
Locked.
It's not even serious.
Moving.
Okay, what do we
That's
have
wrapped
here?
up.
Roger
Do we have
that.
anything to plant
Got it.
here?
Mhm.
Oh yes, we do.
Consider it done.
Listening.
When you plant a timed
Okay.
explosion, you have to really be
Roger.
prepared to run the
Got
hell
something
out of
here.
there because
Got
it
it.
explodes really quickly after you set it up.
Copy that.
Now here we have some oil.
I
Oh, let's
hear
go
ya.
ahead and loot this.
All
enemy.
right. That is finished. I be ready.
I be ready.
Copy that.
Fine, that was damn fine.
Moving.
Good. No, that wasn't damn fine. That's not for children. Let's not watch it.
I'm on it.
Now, oh yes, oh yes,
Got it.
Listening.
remarkable
Roger that.
stuff. Look at
Moving.
that.
Roger that.
So much crap
Yes.
from the
Got
same
it.
room. Now, what do we
I'm
have
on
here?
it. I hear you.
Okay, let's go ahead to talk with
Roger
the
that.
merchant. We probably gonna have to sell some guns. We need 9,800. We don't need an axe, that's 100%. We don't need this gun and this gun. We can live without it. Fine. Now that we have some money, we can go ahead and hire her. Let's go ahead and hire her.
The fox is listening. Normally I wouldn't jump on your bandwagon, but since Wolfie's on the job, I guess I will be too. I'll get my things together and I'll be there as soon as possible.
So as you see,
Consider it
mercenaries
done.
voice right away
I'm
their
on it.
opinion whether or not do they
I'm on it.
like to work with
On
this
my way.
specific mercenary. Right? In
Yes.
this case, she wants to work with Wolf. She
Moving.
likes to work with Wolf. Now, so that means that
Copy
her
that.
chances of joining to you is higher.
On my
Although
way.
she is the mercenary that joins to you anyway from the
On
beginning
my
of the
way.
game. You
On
know,
my way.
some mercenaries might be swayed easier. I assume. Again, it's assumption. Okay, we work under assumption here. I assume that some mercenaries will be
done.
more willing to join
Ah,
your
look
crusade
there.
against
Roger
Gigiana
Hmm?
if you have specific
Listening.
mercenary with you.
Moving.
Okay,
Awaiting
that's very
orders.
important. That's
I
something
hear ya.
very important
Ready.
that you have to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and
Yes.
do this.
I'm on it. Copy that. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
I'm on it.
now what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and
done.
just scour the map because it's the
Roger.
airport.
Got
There
it.
might be
Yes.
some important things here. We're just gonna briefly scour everything, what we
On
can
my way.
find. Maybe something useful, maybe not so useful.
Yeah.
Regardless, would
Roger
be
that.
really interesting. Okay,
Got
from
it.
the kitchen we're not gonna find a lot of useful stuff. No point checking.
I hear ya.
I'm gonna evade in this playthrough, checking off all these
Yeah.
places. If you play alone the game and you have a lot of time
I
in your
need to
hands, yeah,
stop.
just go ahead and
Copy
check
that.
My lungs
every
are
place in the game.
small.
You don't know what you might
Yeah.
find.
Hmm?
But generally, I've been noticing around the game, it's not very important to check places such as, you know, small, shitty places such as this one. Basically, it won't do you a lot of good, and you're gonna spend a lot of time doing it. It basically doesn't really worth it, so don't really bother doing it. Again, if you would like to play in a completionist manner, of course. Damn it, go ahead and check everything. Whatever you can find will help you. It's never bad to go ahead and scour the map.
Ready to move out. On my
Awaiting
way.
orders.
Okay.
Moving. Yes, I'm on it.
We're gonna buy some of the cool hats here because I like them a lot. We have some cool hats here. Do we?
That's wrapped
Should have
up.
some cool hats. That's the cool hat. Okay, shotgun we don't need, but we can give it to militia. But shotgun is kind of expensive
I hear ya.
for
Got it.
militia, don't you
Yes,
think?
Roger that.
It's the way
Yes,
I feel, I
got
don't
it.
know. So we could sell it. Can sell the
Copy
shotgun, have this additional boost money-wise, and get additional equipment in this manner. Like we can provide additional equipment to our mercenaries because of this. Now,
Let's get it.
okay, Barry should be fine now. He has the
Copy.
gun, he has some ammunition. We're gonna sell the clothes Wolf had before, prior to this moment. Buy addition. Yes, this is what we need. Really important thingy. Super important thingy. And the cool aviator glasses, right? That's how they're called.
Yes,
Oh, they call superior sunglasses. Alright. So now that we're done, we're just gonna go ahead and stop dicking around and leave the sector. There's nothing else for us to do.
Squad has arrived.
Now
at
we have
target
3 militia
destination.
guys who would like to join us. Let's go ahead and hire them. Very important to get your militia in every sector. However, I have to argue that basically because of the way Coreplay approached militia hiring, it's so much bloody bother to run around the stupid sector giving the gun to each person individually. In fact, I've been talking with my friend about this issue, and he said, just imagine the situation, right? You have an experienced squad,
Ready to move out.
mercenaries, right? No, you have an experienced squad, an army, right? And their
Awaiting
commander, seasoned warrior.
it,
He's
yes.
in more combat than anybody else in the bloody world. And what does he do?
Yeah,
Well, he takes a
copy.
gun, and he goes to each person individually and gives the
Copy
gun.
that.
Now just
Moving.
imagine how it looks. It doesn't look also inspiring, believe me.
orders. I hear
It
ya.
doesn't.
I'm
A
on
lot
it.
of bother for
Consider
nothing.
it done.
It just looks stupid and it sounds stupid, and yeah, it's not
I hear
supposed to
ya.
work like this. It just doesn't work. It doesn't cut it. Let's see what they haven't planned for renewing the game, how they're gonna approach the patch releasing and everything. Now look at this. All the sectors has more enemies. Yay! Especially Meduna, which is the most important for us, so we don't speedrun the game. Save manually. Yes, save. Go inside the sector and kick the enemy's ass. That's our idea for now. That's our plan. See, it's a beautiful tea with a lot of lemon. Actually, it's like lemon with tea because of the, I don't know. It just seems weird. Not enough tea, I guess. Too much lemon. Fine. Now we're loading the city of Drassen. City of Drassen is a city with a small industry, and as such, it will provide you with starting a very good actually income for such sector, as long as you keep it safe and increase the morale of its inhabitants. Basically, let's go ahead and see what happens. What happens? What
Let's get 'em.
happens? I'm really excited to see what the next patch gonna be for this game, and I
Ready to
hope I
move
will
out.
not have to restart the game, because if I do,
Who's
I'm gonna
this?
postpone the
I hear
installation
ya.
of the patch for as
Yeah.
much as I can, just in
Yeah.
order to finish this playthrough.
Ah, look
I'll
there.
actually
I'm on it.
go ahead, get a bazooka, and go straight to bloody Meduna and conquer the
Yeah.
city. That will be my plan. I'll just get the
I'm
bloody
on it.
city, kill the Adriana, and it's gonna be the
Let's get
playthrough.
Copy that.
I feel really uncomfortable again. Really sorry
I'm on
for
it.
cutting the playthrough
Consider it
in the
done.
middle of it. Just really, it's not even the middle of it. In the beginning of it, really sorry.
On
But
my
you
way.
know, the changes in the patch was quite
I'm on
major,
it.
especially the
Consider it
enemy size wise. I mean, amount of the enemies. It was really exciting, and I
Awaiting
couldn't
orders.
ignore it. The enemy's right there.
Let's
He's
get
not
'em.
gonna be able to do much. Because Wolf
What's that?
is a bloody professional gunslinger with
I
a
hear ya.
shotgun. What could be
Roger that.
scarier
On my
than
way.
in Wild West having to fight against
Be
the best
prepared.
shot
We got
with a
friendly.
revolver?
Kill confirmed.
What would be scarier? To fight against the best shot with a shotgun, of course. Look at this! Jesus Christ!
Copy that.
The servitude of this soldier ended up really quickly, and I would say
Let's
prematurely, because of the
I'm
shotgun
on
of
it.
Wolf. Now, speaking of
hear
which,
ya.
now that I'm playing,
my way.
I'm making a playthrough right now,
Got
right?
it.
And I'm
Put it on here.
commentating as I'm playing. I'm not as focused on the game, and I might make very silly mistake, and I do make very silly mistake. I hope it's funny at least, you know, because it feels really embarrassing. But the thing is that when I'm playing alone, I'm able to make
Consider it
such
done.
an interesting
I'm on it.
ideas and
I'm
tactics
on it.
with Wolf.
On my way. I'm on it. Copy that. Copy that.
It's just crazy.
Got it. Got it. Consider it done.
Whoop!
Prepared.
We're gonna go ahead and try to finish this enemy.
Here. Target assist. On my way. Unfriendly.
Wow! Look at that! Crazy shit happening! Let's see how he'll be able to handle this enemy without weapons in hands. Let's see what he can do with this.
I'm in. Consider it done. Consider it done. Run. I knew they'd show up soon.
Tearing the enemy apart! A bloody bear of a man! Buddy, we need some cover here, man! That is insane. Did you see that? Taking on so many enemies. Doesn't bloody matter that he's not the best shot in the game. It doesn't matter. Why? Because he's tearing the enemies apart. The pieces, the shreds. Eating them alive. They cannot do anything. Let's go ahead and load the weapon. And actually, I should actually cut down the video at this point. Because the alarm had sounded. And that means that I will have to, stop right now. I thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you don't mind me restarting it again. 1,000 apologies. I hope you will enjoy it and watch more of it. Have a great day and bye-bye.